It was no news at all when the Canadians won the hockey finals for the 5th time in 6 Winter Olympics.
They were stars. They were hard-hitting young men.
This time, the U.S. and Swedish runners-up gave them a hard battle for the honor.
So what are we looking at here?
Well, it's Dad's number, Dad's jacket, and the Olympic crest on the sleeve. Yeah, that's a precious item. When they came back, there was a parade down Jasper Avenue, so it was really his most proud moment. And all throughout the years, every time the Olympics would come around, Dad gets emotional. Dad wants to, get involved and make sure he's paying attention. And hockey was his first love, really.
So a lot of old memories in these books.
Oh, a lot of memories, incredible. Yeah, so here's my father, the Mercurys.
Yeah. Before the Oilers came onto the scene, It sounds like the Mercurys were the team that put Edmonton on the map.
They really did.
So you're a young kid, some of them from the rural part of the province, and all of a sudden you're 20 years old and you're finding yourself jumping on a plane with your hockey gear to go over to Europe.
Exactly.
What would that have been like?
Imagine. I don't want to say they're farm boys, but they were somewhat unsophisticated in some ways, and they were in these places with all their suits and ties in Europe, and they were a little out of place.
For some of them, that must have been the first time on a plane.
Oh, from almost all, I'm sure all of them. It wasn't, there it is, Trans-Canada Airlines. There was a lot of tough young kids from Alberta that won the World Championship and the Olympics.
So let's talk about the team. What was the story behind these young guys, some of whom worked for this dealership and ended up traveling the world to play hockey?
What happened was the coach and the dreamer, the guy who wanted to lead the organization, Mr. Christensen, he would find the best hockey players in Alberta, and he'd get them to come to work for Waterloo Mercury in the days, and it was the employment at Waterloo Mercury that kept them to be able to play hockey. And part of their schedule as an obligation at the dealership was to play hockey. And here's the old front of the old dealership.
And where was that one located?
107th Street in Jasper.
Okay.
Still, it's just a parking lot today.
So here we are a couple of days away from this outdoor game. Of course, the first one was played 20 years ago, but this game will be special because the jersey that the Oilers will be putting on pays homage to the Edmonton Mercurys and their history. How does that make you feel?
I think it's really great. I think it's a nice gesture to honor a historic team, and I think there's a good continuity there, and I wish them all the best. Yeah.
Back in the day, your dad's team, I'm sure they played a lot of outdoor hockey.
There was all outdoors.
Really?
Very, very few indoor rinks anywhere in the world. The stands, everybody's outside in their jackets, fur coats and fur hats, and it's cold, and the sight lines were terrible, but it's the way hockey was.
A 3-3 tie with the United States in their final game gave the Mercurys the gold medal.
They were heroes for a short period of time in Edmonton at the time.